What else is up with y'all? I also really do want to address because I seen somebody message me. Actually, I've had a couple people message me today. I'll Google it. Kanye West's birthday. Today is Kanye West's birthday, June 8th. He was born in 1977. He turns 44 today. I'm going to post it on my Instagram. Let me do that. Let's see if I can find a dope ass picture of him. I feel like these days Kanye, he's in such a different place in his life. I'll find something in the hashtags. Hold up. Perfect. I got something. And if you don't follow me, it's at Akademiks on Instagram. I'm posting a picture now. I'm gonna say happy 44th birthday to Kanye West. Name your top 5 songs from Kanye. All right. Let's see where that goes. Anyway, I do want to discuss Kanye's legacy a bit. I feel Kanye West is probably one of the most disrespected artists ever. And I'll say that without saying if it's undeserved or deserved. I'm just talking about great to legendary artists that have been disrespected to almost the point where their work is almost starting to feel the effects of that disrespect. Now, I could give you examples as well. I think, and most of the other people who I'm going to name on this list, it's some serious shit that people have almost looked at their work or their catalog as minor compared to like the sentiment about them. But one that clearly comes to mind is Michael Jackson. But even then, there could be a million rumors about Michael Jackson and kids. I think people still revere his music. They still revere his body of work. I think R. Kelly comes to mind. R. Kelly, and by the way, I get it. Like, I'm going to make the comparison. Relax. R. Kelly, I think people don't respect his work as much these days. Like, literally. Add Usher, Chris Brown, who else? All them other R&B niggas combined, they're not half of R. Kelly's pen. Let's be very fucking clear. R. Kelly's writing for himself, Whitney Houston, all types of people. Did he reference that? I might be wrong. I don't know. I just remember that nigga list of people he was writing for was disgustingly long. I was like, what the fuck? Let me Google that, by the way. People that R. Kelly wrote for. People that R. Kelly wrote for. Aaliyah. Let's look at this list. No, we want to see the songs ain't for. Aaliyah. Come on. Wait, where's this shit? I want to see the songs you wrote for other people. I definitely thought I saw like R. Kelly get like a Tony Braxton. Okay, I gotta find a better list. Casey and JoJo. Joe, the R&B singer. Sparkle. Oh, Michael Jackson. Niggas running for fucking Michael Jackson. Aaliyah again. Britney Spears. Did he not write for Whitney? Could be wrong about that one. Google it. Did R. Kelly write for Whitney Houston? I look to you. He's listen. No, he's a lyricist on that. What song did R. Kelly write for? Okay, R. Kelly wrote multiple songs for Whitney Houston Fallon's album. I look to you. Oh, that was the album. He produced Bob Agent. Listen, man, he wrote some shit for it, man. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, for all these other niggas, man, you're like Chris Brown could do 17 backflips, but that we ain't know that nigga for no pen. I'm gonna just be honest, okay? We ain't know that nigga for penning like classic songs for him and others, okay? Great performer, great vocalist. I do believe he writes or helps create most of his songs, but R. Kelly's fucking different. Let's just fucking be clear, right? And all I'm saying is that R. Kelly and his, creepery got people like so disgusted by him that like how great and how legendary he is, he will never really get the proper credit and be seen as that particular person. Now, I'm not shooting him any bail. You deserve it, motherfucker, if you doing some really weird shit. But I'm just saying there are a few artists where their craft severely is suppressed in the minds of people because of their actions. Now, let me bring it to Kanye, and I get it. This some people gonna be like, "Yo, what are you mentioning like R. Kelly and Michael Jackson when it comes to Kanye?" I think because of Kanye bullshit, a lot of people have looked at his musical contributions and diminished them. Like, for I would say about half, or I'll say the latter half of Jay-Z's career, without Kanye, shit look a lot different. Kanye was on Rockefeller doing a lot of motherfucking things for a lot of motherfucking people, producing a lot of goddamn songs, helping and giving out hit records, even if it was just instrumentals. He was giving it out by the dozen. He dropped 3 classic albums. There's so much that Kanye has done that I feel like, and this is what I was saying about disrespect. Remember when the whole Mount Rushmore thing came out? Right? Let me click back on Kanye. When the whole Mount Rushmore thing came out, like, some people didn't see the obvious necessity to add Ye. Are you dumb? Kanye is either on the Mount Rushmore for, if we're going by decades, from 2000 to 2010, and if he's not on that, he's on from 2010 to 2020. I think a huge argument should be made that he's on both. Kanye West, his musical contributions, and by the way, I do believe that because of how dope he is and how much his contributions meant to the culture, I think it got to his head. I do think he became a narcissist. I do think he started thinking of himself not only bigger than the music, but bigger than just humans, period, and just really just think like, hey, well, if I could do this with music, I could fucking create a flying saucer, right? But when people mention Kanye these days, I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of people I see, and maybe it's just the lens that I'm looking from, they try to dismiss some of the stuff he's done because they look at him like a kook. They look at him like, this nigga's kind of wacky. This nigga, like, he just lost his wife. He was supporting Trump. One day he be serious, the next day he balling. Like, they almost look at him like, and no disrespect to anyone who has mental issues, they look at him like a mental patient. Like, let's not take this nigga too serious. He might be on some bullshit. It's like when that crazy person come around, like when they start acting crazy, you just start looking at the other people who are saying like, oh, here we go again. You start doing like the eye roll, like, here we go again. And I do believe that has diminished how people look at his music. I'm gonna be honest. Now, maybe it's just me, but I don't think some of the conversations he should be in, he's credited enough for it, because really, all these motherfuckers that we be talking about in the last 15 years, Kanye is that nigga. Now, it's his birthday, 44. I don't want to get too much in his personal life. And I do believe Kim K, well, I am touching a little bit on his personal life. I think there was a change two big events. I think when he found Kim K and when he lost his mom. When he lost his mom, I think he was struggling to find reasons to be here. And also struggling to find the meaning of life and also trying to cope. If you've lost a parent, close relative, a brother, daughter, or son, um, maybe you could understand sometimes you could deal with somebody else that's not them dying. So I do think those events changed him. I watched him with his mom as the center of his universe lose the reason why he was doing what he did. And I think when he found Kim, not saying he was trying to replace her as that, but Kim, for the first couple years that they were together, he made it clear that she was the person who made him happy and he would do anything to preserve that. And this is why I'm kind of sad about his divorce, because I don't know what happened after that, but initially that's what it seemed like. And yeah, he's getting a divorce, got a bunch of beautiful kids. He has partnerships with Gap, Adidas, many other places. He's worth, if you ask some people, Forbes and Rolling Stones, is it Rolling Stones or someone else? He's worth somewhere between $1 billion to $6 billion. Very successful business guy. His relationship with Jay-Z has definitely changed. We don't hear him as much. He used to be very vocal, rants, outspoken. But at a point, people went from appreciating him for example, calling out George Bush don't care about black people, saying some outspoken stuff that seemingly was for the culture, even shit stand up for Beyonce at an award show. He went from being that person to the person that once he started having, I don't know if it was just thoughts that didn't align with the black community or whatever the case is, people just started looking at him like, this nigga on some shit. And I think that caused him to shut up a little bit. He became a Christian. He's not doing secular music anymore. Or that's the last update we have. And we can't tell about his mental health. Like, we knew something was going to happen with his personal life because he accused his wife of cheating, possibly with Meek Mill and, like, some nigga from CNN. What the fuck? And there was clearly some distress within the household. I don't know what Kanye West's mental health or current situation in his thoughts is today. But I'm going to be honest with you. In the last 30 years, if we're going to do a Mount Rushmore, that nigga got to be on it. And he got to be on it over Drake. He got to be on it over 50. All them niggas. If we're doing a Mount Rushmore for the last 30 years, so let's go back to 1991. And this Mount Rushmore, just because not everyone lasted 10, 20 years, it would just be impact and influence. That's it. Impact and influence. Impact and influence. Impact and influence. That's it. Kanye is going to be on there with Tupac. And y'all help me fill out the other two spots. Michael Jackson. Let's expand it beyond hip hop. Yes, I like that. Michael Jackson. We're expanding it beyond hip hop because I think Kanye is bigger than just saying, oh, that's the producer, the rap guy. That nigga's influence has went on to clothing, lifestyle, all other shit. Tupac's like influence is so much. It's almost just lifestyle, period. I'm going to just give 4 names. Kanye, Tupac, Michael Jackson, And maybe the last one doesn't get added because I don't know when he died off the top of my head. Bob Marley. Bob Marley, Tupac, Michael Jackson, Kanye West. This is a different league, a different level, a different realm of influence. When did Bob Marley die? Oh, he died in the 80s. Okay, so if you want to replace him, maybe you could get somebody else. But Michael Jackson, Kanye West, Tupac. This is bigger than just being a hot rapper. This is a whole nother league. Somebody says Prince. Maybe. Somebody says Elvis. Okay. Somebody says Chris Brown. Nah. Chris Brown ain't nearly as important as Kanye West. I'm going to be 100% honest with y'all. Because anything I can say about Chris Brown, I could just say Michael Jackson. I'm talking about cultural impact and influence. Why would I put Chris Brown on that list if Michael Jackson on that list? I don't know who gets the last. That's what we should find out. You know how they do in Mount Rushmore? That's what we should find out. I have Kanye, Mike for the last 30 years. Kanye, Michael Jackson, Tupac. I'm not keeping it within rap. Jay-Z's not it. Wayne's not it. Drake's not it. You gotta show me somebody who's bigger than the genre. Whose influence, like, they gotta be dope within whatever genre they're in, like one of the best ever. But their influence and impact gotta be bigger. That's a good one. Beyonce. Maybe Beyonce. It's probably Beyonce. It's probably Beyonce. Somebody says Whitney. I might have to go Beyonce, bro. I think I gotta go Beyonce. Somebody says R. Kelly. R. Kelly one of the best creatives, but impact and influence, nah. I think I gotta go Beyonce. I think I gotta go Beyonce. All right. Speaking of which, I felt like there was another Mount Rushmore thing that